stagnation and, do like a specific curse or something. And the odor is a side effect of that curse or of that spell. But there's some people that will specifically do a spell for you to smell. You get what I'm saying? So that's like them.
My kids and I have been suffering from this odor. I've been suffering for years. If you go back and listen to my odor videos, you'll hear me talk about a profound odor. This odor has literally ruined me. It has shunned me from the world. And it has, one of my children smell a lot worse than the other ones. Actually smells like the odor that they had placed on me. So I'm glad that she made this video.
A category within a category. It's the main category is smell. They want you to smell, right? And they will specifically target you. So again, like I tell you guys all the time, when people are doing these specific types of spells, they have to be very specific. They have to use your photo. They have to use your name. And then they have to get something that represents what they're trying to affect you with. Okay, so in some cases, they may go to the graveyard and pick up, let's just say they pick up the graveyard dirt from someone who may have cancer and they're trying to affect you with it, right? They will use that specific graveyard dirt into their spell to make you become affected with that. And I'm going to go into another segment relating to graveyard rituals. That's a whole other segment we're going to do. But in this particular case, they would get, let's just say they're doing a witchcraft ritual with your photo, your name, etc. They will specifically get something that may smell bad. They may get an egg, okay? They may get an egg, or they may literally get like someone's sweat. They may literally go and get like someone's pee. They may literally go and get someone's poop. And then what they will do, they will mix it with your photo, your name, and whatever, if they're using blood sacrifice, whatever animal they're using, they will mix this together and they will do their little ritual. And then you'll notice that whatever they mixed it with, that's what you're kind of smelling like. So if you notice that you're always sweating and you don't know why, it's not just like a symptom from warfare. It's almost like, okay, I know what sweating from warfare feels like and what happens, okay, and I know what it smells like. But this type of sweating is on a whole nother level. This type of sweating doesn't even smell like sweat. It smells rotten. It smells like I'm rotten from the inside. It just does not smell like sweat at all. Then you know that this is a spell that's specifically targeting you in this specific area. If you notice that there's a body part of yours that's smelling like eggs and it just doesn't smell good, you know there's a specific person that's targeting that particular body part for you to smell like that. If it's a situation where you may smell like poop or something and you don't know why you smell like that, you know they're using poop in that specific ritual for you to smell like that, right? So there's symptoms.
I definitely smell like poop from my breath, poop from my entire body. I mean, I went back and forth to the doctors numerous of times over the years. And all they could tell me is acid reflux. But there's no way the acid reflux could make you smell like that. I mean, there's no way that an alcoholic could smell like that. There's no way that a dope addict could smell like that. There's no way that a homeless person could smell like this. It's a totally different smell. Like, this smell is, and a lot of people around the world have smelled me. So, and it was embarrassing. It has been so embarrassing for me to pass through this. And for my kids. It's embarrassing for my kids to know their mom smells like this. It's embarrassing for one of my kids that actually do smell like it. So I'm glad that God has, got this to come to the light. Yeah.
From warfare, but then there's specific spells, specific things that are done directly.
Now, I want to tell you guys the difference between the smells, okay? So I already said that, whenever they do a graveyard ritual, you have to understand that anyone that does a graveyard ritual and they're directly trying to make you smell, that means that they have to use whatever it is that they want you to smell like in that graveyard ritual. However, you have to understand that because they are using graveyard dirt in this ritual, that means that everything inside you is going to rot. It also means that your body parts are going to smell like it's rottening. Okay. So the inside of you is going to smell really bad. Your breath is going to smell worse than it has ever smelled your whole life. Your pee, your urine is going to smell
My
horrible.
tears smell.
Your liquids, your body liquids are going to smell horrible. So even like down there, if you're a lady, it's not only going to smell like fish, it's going to smell like rotten fish. If it smells like eggs, it's not going to just smell like eggs. It's going to smell like rotten eggs. Everything is going to be exaggerated in the smell department because they are using graveyard dirt. Whenever graveyard dirt is being used in a specific ritual, that means they're trying to put death in your life, and they are trying to make a part of your body, a part of your life die, okay? So if they're specifically targeting your mouth and they want you to smell from your mouth is going to smell like that. If they're targeting your private area, whether you're a man or a woman, it's going to smell like death. It's going to be so bad to the point where you can't even stand the smell. And again, like I said, it's going to smell rotten. Okay, it's going to smell so rotten. You're going to want to throw up. You're going to want to vomit. That is how you know
I felt bad for the people smelling me and sniffing me.
Okay,
I felt
compared
bad
to like a
when I had to go to church,
smell, which is a Marine Kingdom smell.
and
I'm going to get to that part of the segment where I explain that to you. But
for them.
When it's a spiritual spouse that you're dealing with, the smells don't smell as bad. It smells horrible, but it's not a death type of smell. See, when you are fighting the graveyard afflictions, the graveyard spells that they've done to you, it literally smells rotten. Okay,
like
so I'm going to give you some examples.
Rotten.
If you ever cooked chicken and the chicken is past expiry date, you have not cooked it. It's raw chicken that's sitting in your fridge and it has been 5 days past expiry date. You take the chicken out the package. The chicken is slimy and it has this foul flesh, gross smell to it, and you throw it out. That is one of the smells that you will smell when there's a graveyard ritual being done to you, okay? Another example is eggs, just rotten eggs. Not boiled eggs or fried eggs. Eggs already have like a foul smell and a raw smell. That is our normal smell if you have like an infection or, you know what I mean? But I'm talking about rotten eggs, okay? So another example of that is like stale asparagus. The best way to describe the rotten egg smell is beans. If you guys have ever cooked beans before, and you know, obviously the beans don't smell, but when you leave beans in your fridge for a long time and it starts to mold and it starts to smell, you forget about it, and then you go and you open a container with black beans, or you open a container with red kidney beans, and you notice that it's slimy, it's been in your fridge for a while, and you forgot about it, and it has that really raw, nasty smell. That is the smell, the same specific smell as the rotten egg smell that you will smell like if a graveyard ritual or a graveyard curse has been done to you. The other type of smell that it will smell similar to is rotten meat or just flesh. Just flesh that's been sitting in the sun and it just smells really bad.
You won't believe how old she is.
Excuse me? I ask people who are really fit, what do they do for their workouts? Do you mind if I ask you what you do?
Actually, not a lot.
Honest, the smell is so horrendous. It's similar to like a dead body smell. Okay, it's similar to that. Not exactly, but similar to that. And that is a really bad smell. So these are the examples of what you will notice if a graveyard spell has been done to you. Now, when a graveyard spirit has been summoned, when a person that did a graveyard spell to you has also attached a demon from the grave, which is basically a zombie. A zombie spirit is a demonic spirit that they summon up from the grave. It's like raising the dead. And I'm going to show you a clip of this very shortly. But when they summon up a spirit from the grave, that spirit, you may not smell foul, you may not smell bad, but the spirit that they have attached to you, attached to your photo, attached to your name, or they may have put your photo, or they may have put your name, things that belong to you in the same bottle, in the same jar or the same bottle that they put the spirit in. That way the spirit knows exactly how to target you, okay? Because what they do is they collect the spirit in a bottle, and then they keep the spirit in the bottle, and that's how they communicate with the spirit. I'm gonna show you guys a reference of that shortly. And then what they will do is put your photo in that bottle as well, along with your hair, anything that belongs to you in that bottle as well. And they will give the spirit specific instructions, and that's how they attach the spirit to you. And when they attach the spirit to you, again, the curse may not be affecting you to where you're smelling bad, but it's the zombie spirit that is around you. So I'm going to give you an example of that. You may smell yourself and realize you don't smell bad, but there's a very foul smell around you and there's nobody around you. That is how you know that they sent a zombie spirit. How do you know it's a zombie spirit? Because you're going to smell the same things that I described. You're going to smell the nasty rotten egg smell, the rotten chicken smell, the rotten flesh smell. You're going to smell the rotten bean smell. You're going to smell those smells around you. However, there's no one around you and you don't smell like that yourself. It's something around you that smells like that. Okay, so that's how you'll know that they sent a spirit to you, okay? Sometimes it's also you smelling like that along with them also sending a spirit to you. Now, that is a wicked and demonic and evil person for them to not only send a spirit, but also affect you with it at the same time. That means that even if you clear away the smell from your own body, that spirit is still going to follow you around, and it's going to make it seem like you smell even when you don't, unless you go into a fast and you pray against that spirit and you rebuke and denounce it. So I was scrolling across YouTube and I saw this travel vlogger. I love travel vlogs and I watch a lot of travel content. And I bumped into this guy on YouTube. His name is Chris List, and he's actually Canadian. And he took a trip to Haiti, and he actually spoke to voodoo priests in Haiti, and they actually explained to him exactly what I just explained to you about the jars and about the bottles and how they collect the zombie spirit and how they utilize the zombie spirit to their advantage to affect the victims of the black magic of the graveyard rituals.
So instead of calling the spirits to come upon you for the voodoo priests, they will call upon the spirits and they will have a candle that is lighting right beside this, and the spirits will come into this, and they will have the communication between the voodoo priest and the spirit will be done through this. And also, if they took someone's spirits, or like a zombie, they will put that zombie inside of this one, or either that one.
Now, is this made out of a certain type of...
The other way spiritual odor may affect you is they're not doing a spell directly to you. They're not trying to manipulate you in order to get you to not take care of yourself, but in fact, they've actually sent a spirit. So here's how you'll know, like I mentioned earlier in the video, how you'll know there's a spirit and it's not you is because you will shower, you will do everything, you'll smell yourself, you smell amazing, you smell really good, you know, your home will be clean, you know, you have the plugins in the wall, your sheets are clean, everything is good. You're like, okay, I smell good, everything is good, but there's a specific scent that you're smelling that won't go away. And it's almost like you're going around the room, like sniffing the air, like, is it there? Is it there? Where's this coming from? And you can deep clean your home again, okay? Go into the shower again, you're like, it's not you, because you're smelling your armpits, you're smelling your body parts, you're smelling your breath, you're like, it's not me. You're like, where is this coming from? My house is clean, there's plugins in the wall, I don't know where the specific smell's coming from. Oftentimes when that happens, it means that either you're smelling yourself in the spirit, as in your spiritual body's under affliction, but then you'll know, because if it's your spiritual body that's under affliction, you will feel the warfare on top of that, right? But if you're not going through warfare, you're not feeling any spiritual afflictions or anything, you feel normal, you feel fine, everything's good, you're clean, everything, but you're smelling a specific scent, it is because there's a spirit. It's a monitoring spirit that's carrying this scent. This is probably a spirit that was summoned up from a graveyard, okay? I know a lot of people, you know, don't believe in like the whole zombie thing, but let me tell you something.
It's true.
The zombies are actually in the spirit. They're actually spirits, okay? And they're in the spirit. And when a person is using graveyard dirt, they can indeed summon up a spirit from the graveyard. This is definitely common, especially in Haiti. They do this in Haiti a lot. And they will put the spirit in like a jar or in a bottle, and they will use the spirit to their advantage when it's time for them to do a curse on someone, or when it's time for them to send the spirit to a particular person, okay? So what it is when they summon up the spirit, you have to understand that the spirit's going to come with odor. The spirit may have a flesh scent. Like, you know, when like, someone passes away and the flesh rots, the spirit may have a flesh rotten scent. Like similar when you look at zombies in video games or zombies in movies, and they have like open flesh and open sores, and they're walking around like that, and they look like they smell really rotten. That's exactly how the spirits actually smell. So you could be like in the home, just, you know, you'll know. Here, how you'll know is, like I said, your home is clean, you're clean, everything's going well. And it's like, you may be just doing your homework or be on the laptop just doing your thing, and then the smell just comes out of nowhere, and then it goes away, and then it comes back, and it comes out of nowhere, and then it goes away, and sometimes you're smelling it for a long period of time, and you're trying to look for it. That's the monitoring spirit that they sent you, and the scent is lingering from that spirit. Okay, so when that happens, if you ever smell that, you're going to not only have to cancel, rebuke, and denounce, but you're gonna have to pray it out. You're gonna have to pray out loud, and you're gonna have to say out of your mouth, any spiritual spouse, any spiritual wife, or any demonic spirit, or any zombie spirit that was sent to my residence, that was sent to my home, I cast you out, I cancel and rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And then what you're gonna have to do is, after you pray it out, you're going to have to anoint your home. You're going to have to get that olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, okay? And make sure that when you do get the olive oil, you have already blessed that olive oil, which means that you have already covered and blessed olive oil 24 to 48 hours within a dry fast. Once you bless the olive oil, you take the olive oil, you anoint your doors, you anoint your windows, you anoint every door in the house, because windows, doors, even mirrors, there are portals in the spiritual realm. If a spirit can't come in your house from the front door, they will try to enter your home through the bathroom door. They'll try to enter your home through the bedroom door, because doors are portals in the spiritual realm, okay? That's a whole nother video that I'm going to have to do for you guys. I'll take I have some more segments for you guys. That's a whole nother video I'm going to have to do for you guys. But make sure that when you cast out the spirit, you anoint all the doors and all the mirrors so they don't use any portals to enter your home, okay? Another way how odor can affect you is, again, you may be smelling the spirit, as in you may be smelling the zombie spirit that is summoned up from the graveyard with the graveyard rituals that they do. But also you have to understand that a spiritual spouse will also have a specific type of scent, okay? Which means that you're going to be smelling something funky or something strange or something unusual. It does not smell good. It's just a weird, funky, or stinky smell. And that is indeed a spiritual spouse as well.